We're very lucky to have her on the team. Please give her one more round of applause for joining us. Okay, thank you so much, Deanna. Welcome everyone to Nashville. We are so grateful for those of you who have joined us here in person and those of you watching on the broadcast. We are so incredibly excited as a corporate team to introduce you to the newest member of our brand family, Jouve, which is not only a revolutionary skincare line in the industry, but is going to change your businesses in a tremendous way. So Deanna told you a little bit about me. You know my story. I'm a grad student. I'm a project manager. I like to exercise. I don't dance competitively hip-hop, so just...
You did, didn't you?
Erase that from your memory. That was not in my bio. She made that up.
She did.
And I like to read when I'm not at work. But what you also know about me is that I'm young. And I know you're all thinking about it. I know you're sitting there in your chairs thinking, what is this gal that's under 30 doing managing a skincare brand? And managing a line filled with products that focus on anti-aging. And even though I don't have crow's feet keeping me up at night yet, I know they're coming, I have had my own skin story, and I totally understand how changes in our skin can be hard. And they can affect our happiness, they can affect our confidence levels. So I need to tell you a story. When I was in my early 20s, I started taking a doctor-prescribed medication that altered my hormone levels. And as we'll hear a little bit about a little bit later, altering hormone levels can leave your skin more susceptible to sun damage, and it's more likely to be affected by UV rays from the sun. So one weekend, I was at a theme park with my friends in California, and I got a really bad sunburn all across my forehead. After that day, I thought, okay, the sunburn's gonna fade and I'm gonna be fine. But the summer progressed, and my tan disappeared, but what I was left with in the wake of that sunburn was a trail of brown, splotchy patches across the top of my forehead. And I thought, this is gonna go away, don't worry. The winter progressed, and that spring was the first time I ever received a comment on it. I was at my best friend's wedding when someone I'd known for years came up to me and they said, hey, I've never noticed that birthmark on your forehead before. And I said, what? I don't have a birthmark on my forehead, what are you talking about? And I went to the bathroom and I noticed I was left with these brown splotchy patches that had never gone away, and it had been months and months and months and months. And later on that spring, my husband looked at me and he said, oh, Cass, you're getting freckles all over your forehead. Where are those coming from? And I said, oh, you know, this must be the effects of that sun damage. I've had coworkers comment on it. And just this morning, you guys, I cannot make this stuff up. I was telling Deanna when I was getting my makeup done, the airbrusher looked at me and she said, oh, I see those sun damage spots all across your forehead. So even though I don't struggle with wrinkles just yet, I have my own skin problems and I totally get it. I get it, and because I get it, it's why I love working with a beauty brand. A beauty brand like Jouve. Oh, this is a picture. This is my glamour shot, you guys. I don't want to see any cell phones come out. I see one over there. I don't want to see this photo end up on Facebook. But the lighting's not super awesome in this room right now, but you can see, this is a photo that was taken with an Image skin analysis system. You can see that sun damage all across my forehead. And if you want your very own glamour shot, we have an Image skin analysis system in the back that you can get a photo just like this and make it your Facebook profile photo if you want to. I won't be doing the same, but that choice is up to you. This was my hard thing, and I'm not 30 yet, and my skin has gone through changes, and so I get it. And because I get it, I love working with a beauty brand like Jouve, a beauty brand that has put so much time and effort into its formulation to make sure that our products are not only effective, but that they're safe for your skin. So I want to know how old you were when you started caring. I was 23. I was 23 when I went through this experience, and it hasn't gone away, but our products are going to help me. How old were you when you started caring what your skin looked like?
35. Tried everything.
Stefan?
Same thing.
So mid-30s, Susan?
Mid-30s.
Mid-30s. Anyone else?
About the same.
About the same. Mid-30s. Okay, well, I was 23. And this is something that's it's very real. It's very real. So with Jouve, I want to talk to you a little bit about our name. Everything from this brand was meticulously planned out. From the chemists that we use, to our formulators, to our manufacturers, to the colors that we use in our brand, to my dress that I'm wearing here today. Everything was meticulously planned out, including our name. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how that process worked. What we did is we stood in a room for hours and hours and hours with naming experts, and we thought to ourselves, we have an anti-aging brand here, but we want to get at the crux of what anti-aging really means. What does the concept of youth, what is it about that concept that people want to return to, that they find so appealing? And we landed on the word joy. What does joy mean to you?
Happiness?
It means happiness. What is joy? I want to talk to you guys about what joy means to you.
Happiness.
It means happiness. What about you?
Contentment?
Happiness, contentment, it means confidence. So what we did is we wanted to use the word joy in the name of our brand. And then the second word we wanted to use was, of course, the word youth, which is the crux of our brand. It's anti-aging. All of our products focus on returning our skin back to a youthful state, okay, and making us look age appropriate. We're not going to stand up here and tell you that we're going to take 20 years off of your appearance, because that would be bait and switch, and we're in the business of real skincare, of producing real results for real people. So when we came up with our name, you ready to take notes? Because you're going to get this question a lot too. We started with the Latin root, J-O-V, which is Latin for the word joy. And we combined that root with the Latin root for youth, which is J-U-V. And what we landed on was this beautiful word, this beautiful name, Jouve, which is a literal interpretation of the word joyful youth. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that beautiful? Yes. It is. It's really beautiful. And our tagline, I want to talk to you a little bit about our tagline. I know Fred thinks that marketing can be full of lies, but that's not what it's all about, Fred. Our tagline is the true you. You'll see it up here in just a second. And what we mean by that is that when we created Jouve, we knew that we had excellent products, phenomenal products, but we wanted more for our customers. We wanted our people to have an emotional experience, because emotional experiences are what sell products, not ingredient labels. It's how it makes you feel on the inside. So what we did is we thought to ourselves, we've all had experiences. I've had these experiences when you catch your reflection in the glass, or you look in the mirror and you're like, whoa, where did that skin come from? That's not the skin that I remember, the skin I feel comfortable in, the skin I feel confident in. And so when we created Jouve, we really wanted to capture what these products really do. They reveal the true you. They reveal the way that you feel on the inside. These products reveal that on the outside, and that is a really beautiful thing. So just with the same as is with all of our products and our brand lines here at RX, we've attracted some really talented experts and skincare professionals, and I want to bring Ms. Deanna Latson back up to talk to you a little bit more about those people. Thank you very much.
Collaborative in nature. Fred touched on this today, and we know that many minds are better than just one. This is a new brand for us, so our Wellness Council has just started in this area. But we have attracted quite a few new people, and 4 people specifically that we have actually invited onto the Wellness Council. And I would like to introduce to you, can you go back, Cameron, please? Introduce you to 3, 2 of which I believe are actually in the room, and then introduce you to the 4th who will be speaking for us today. First, we've got Catherine McGee. Catherine McGee, who is a, can you grab the slide? Catherine McGee, who is an entrepreneur, who is a business person from Houston, Texas, who is a licensed esthetician and a laser expert. She's got her own thriving business in Texas, and we're very happy to have welcomed her onto the Wellness Council. Give her a round of applause. Then we have Ellie DeGulio. And she is also a licensed skincare expert and esthetician who has received certifications from some of the best schools in the country. And she's represented how many brands?
Ellie has over 20 years of experience in the skincare industry and has worked with infamous brands like Christian Dior, La Prairie, and Guerlain.
That's right. And Ellie is with us today, so I'd like to welcome Ellie up and give her her Wellness Council pin. So Ellie, please join us. We'll give her her pin. Welcome, Ellie. She got to come out got to come out with us in Salt Lake City. We're glad to have you here. Thank you very much. And here's your pin. Make sure. We also have Nancy Hartline, who I believe is here today as well, who is a licensed esthetician and a licensed massage therapist, who's worked in the South Carolina area and Florida, who is dedicated to helping people understand the benefits of bodywork and skincare through speaking and lectures, and has worked in chiropractors and high-end spas, who is also here with us today, Nancy Hartline. So we'd like to give her Wellness Council pin. Nancy Hartline, please join us up here in front today. Thank you, all the way in from Florida. Let's give her her pen. Thank you.
Thanks, Deanna.
You're welcome. So nice to have you here. Welcome. And so in this council will continue to grow, and especially as we look at new innovations, changes, or additions, to focus more on the skin. Is also an entrepreneur, owner of her own facility where she helps women with microabrasion, dermabrasion, laser, body wrapping, you name it with skin, this woman can do it. She is one of the newest members onto the Wellness Council. Will be speaking for you today. Please give Mary Jane Will a huge round of applause. Put this on here. And look at her cute Jouve jacket. You're welcome. Thank you for being with us. All right, here is your microphone, and we'll turn it over to Mary.
Thank you, Deanna. It's such an honor to be here today with you all. Isn't it great to be here for the launch of Jouve?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, as Deanna's already shared, I'm a licensed esthetician in Lake Mary, Florida, and the owner of Envision Absolute Beauty. And before I became an esthetician, I was in the medical field for over a decade as a nuclear medicine technologist. And the medical field started to change, and I wasn't able to spend the time that I really wanted to with my patients. So I decided to blend my two passions together. My passion for wanting to help people, and my passion for skincare. So back to school I went with 19 and 20-year-olds, and let me tell you what, that was interesting. But now here I am, the last 5 years in the skincare industry, and the last 3 as a licensed esthetician. Well, I would like to start out today by asking you a quick question. How many of you have husbands that absolutely hate to use any facial products? Any of you? Oh, okay, so I'm not the only one. So I'd like to share my husband's first experience trying the Instant Tightening and Restorative Serum. I was like a kid in a candy store. I received my sample. Thank you, Felicity. Appreciated that. And as soon as my husband arrived home, I asked him, could I apply some underneath his eye? Because I wanted to see the results. And he's always been a good sport, and he's let me apply multiple skincare products over the years on him. And I applied some underneath his eye. I set up my iPad because I wanted to videotape it so he could see the results at the same time that I was seeing the results. And after about a minute into it, I noticed him look a little closer at the screen. And I could see it tightening. And before we even reached the 2-minute mark, the puffiness and lines were completely gone underneath his eye. His response was, I can actually see a difference. Men are going to love this too. And could you give me one as soon as it comes out? I was shocked. I couldn't believe my husband was asking me to get him a facial product. We've been married for almost 30 years, and he's never once asked me to purchase him a facial product until now. So, if you're like me and you have sensitive skin, you've probably been told or you've heard to be careful and watch out for products that have parabens, dyes, artificial fragrances, and formaldehyde. They're definitely skin irritants. Well, with Jouve, you're not going to have to worry about that. It doesn't contain parabens, dyes, artificial fragrances, or formaldehyde. Even the preservative is derived from a radish. The first time I heard that, I thought, a radish? How great is that? That's an esthetician's dream. These products are safe for your family, your friends, and your clients. Now, with Jouve, it's just so exciting to have these products available. Now you not only have these amazing art supplements that you're taking internally to nourish your skin, you now have a superior product to use exteriorly as well. Isn't it great? Now we have everything we need to look and feel our best. So, did you know that women come in contact, on average, with 168 chemicals on their body daily? Well, this is not only sad, but concerning. Now, men come in contact with chemicals too, but not as much as we women. And our largest organ is our skin. So what we put on goes in. So what I'd like to do is to challenge you all to go home, pull out those products. Any skincare products that you use, anything that you use externally. Look at those labels. I know that I was shocked to find in one of my products, and now this was not a product from a drugstore or from a department store, but it was a professional skincare line, and right in the middle of the ingredients were pegs. Now, I was shocked to find this in something that I was using, but you can rest assured that you will not ever find this in a Jouve product. As an esthetician, the top two concerns that I am constantly hearing about would be hyperpigmentation and facial lines. And Jouve's first two products address both of these concerns. So I would like to share two of my most recent consultations of clients and their concerns that I've heard and you might soon be hearing too. I had a lady come in and she said, I have all these brown spots showing up on the left side of my face. And I said, do you wear sunscreen? All the usual questions. And she said, yes, of course. I said, do you do a lot of driving? And she said, I'm in my car almost every day for work. So what she didn't realize is that the sun coming through the driver's side window was actually causing her hyperpigmentation. So now, along with Jouve's dark spot corrector and brightening cream and treatments, she will see improvement in just a matter of a few short weeks. Hyperpigmentation is caused from sun damage, skin injury, skin inflammation, and then there's also a pigmentation disorder, which I think that you might have been commenting on yourself, Cassidy, called melasma, that presents itself as large brown patches on the skin and can be caused from family history, medications, and hormones. Jouve has really taken their time to choose just the right ingredients for their products. Not only do you get the lightening and the brightening, but you will also receive moisturization for your skin. And they even chose anti-aging ingredients that are superior, like snow algae, which actually activates and protects skin cell longevity, which is amazing. Now, I'm going to break just one thing, but I have to show you this because I just saw these containers earlier today. If you look at this container, it is an air backless container. I wasn't able to see it until today. That means that air, and this is the medical side coming out of me, airborne bacteria can easily get in jars. Women have tons of jars in their cabinets where bacteria, airborne bacteria, every time they open, and not to mention every time you dip your fingers in. You're not going to have to worry about that with this product. It's wonderful. I was excited to see it, and not only the package is beautiful, but also. Back to my stories. So I had another client come in last week, and she was actually complaining of deep perioral lines. And she said, I don't know how I'm getting these lines around my mouth, but they're getting deeper. And I asked her if she smoked. She said, no, I've never smoked. And I asked her, do you drink from a straw? And she said, yes, all the time. I don't want to mess up with my lipstick. I said, okay, well, let's put away the straws. We can do some treatments, and now we can offer Jouve. Instant Tightening and Restorative Serum that will help smooth those lines away. Facial lines are caused from sun damage, the normal aging process, and from repetitive facial movements that we make every single day. Now last year, the #1 non-invasive cosmetic procedure was Botox. Now, what I consider non-invasive is getting my Jouve out. Applying it in less than 2 minutes, the lines have smoothed out. Not only will you get this wonderful quick fix of smoothing, but with the peptide they've chosen, you will receive long-term benefits as well. Now I'd like to show you some before and after pictures of some amazing results that individuals have already received. So we'll start off with the dark spot corrector and brightening cream first. I'm excited to see which one comes up first, because I haven't seen it myself.
Okay. Ta-da.
Come on. Oh, well, and there's the backless container that I was talking about, which is wonderful for the brightening. One more. One more. There we go. Okay, so this individual, you can see that she has hyperpigmentation on her forehead area in the before. She's been on the cream for about 6 weeks, but notice the improvement in the after that she's already received. Which is amazing. Next picture. This lady is concerned about hyperpigmentation in her mid-face area. And you can see she's also been on the cream for 6 weeks. And then if you notice the after, the improvement that she's also received. And the next one we should have is the Instant Tightening Restorative Serum. Now these are individuals who tested this product. Can you the next one? The excitement. You'll be amazed. This next picture is going to blow your mind if it's the one I'm thinking. Okay, well this one is amazing also. She has puffiness and lines underneath her eye, as you can see, and it's really from the orbital rim up. And at the after one, completely smoothed out. Lines gone, the puffiness is gone. Now this is the one that you can actually, if you notice on the after, I think we can easily say that this person shaved off about 10 years off her overall appearance.
Whoever that is. I know that cheek.
It's a beautiful cheek. Okay. So, with results like this, I'm sure that your family and your friends and your clients are going to absolutely love these products. Thank you.
I'm back. Woo! And I'm loud. Okay. Yeah, they never ever have to turn the microphone up for me. It is it's a sign of being raised in an Italian family. Any other Italians in the room? Yeah, an Italian family, right? You do not get heard unless you talk louder. And you use your hands. And you talk a lot. And we were just in Europe, and a total side note, we had a bunch of Italians. You give them a mic. I looked at Fred, I was like, you never give an Italian a mic. And he talked forever, didn't he?
Yep.
Well, Mary Jane, we appreciate you very much, and we appreciate all of you who have joined our Wellness Council. Ellie and Nancy are in the room with us today. And what has been touched on is our clean commitment. And I want to just touch a little bit about what that means. What is a phthalate? What is a PEG? What is this, and why should you even care? Well, this is our products, and our products look beautiful. And when products look this high-end, this sleek, what happens? You turn around the box, and you read the ingredients, and I say, holy cow, this is awful. I wouldn't put it on my enemy. I really wouldn't. And the reality is, sometimes when they look this high-end, this beautiful, companies take shortcuts and they use chemicals that are proven to work, but those chemicals have detrimental side effects. Let's talk a little bit about what that means. With us, like in all of our brands, we have a commitment to you. Cam, I need your help moving these things. we have a commitment to you, and that is we do things the right way. It takes a long time. Formulating takes a long time, but this is our clean commitment. No pegs, no phthalates, no artificial colors, no parabens, no synthetic fragrances. But what the heck does that mean? Right? What is a peg? Well, what is a peg? It is a petroleum-based ingredient. They're known carcinogens. They're linked to developmental problems, gene toxicity, and skin irritation. Who wants that on their body? Do you know my mother had breast cancer, and the first time I heard about the skin being a carrier, not a barrier, was when her oncologist said, Sharon, when you're cleaning your house, you wear very thick gloves because everything you touch gets absorbed into your skin. Your immune system is already compromised because you have cancer. And I went, well, wait till she's sick. And what do women do every day? Put hundreds of chemicals on their skin that are known problems for the body, and pegs being one of this. This is why we say no to pegs. What about the next one? We look at the next one. What is I believe it's a phthalate. What is a phthalate? They're known to damage the kidney and the liver. They can cause birth defects, reproductive problems. Who wants that on their skin? Guess what? Our young children, our teenage daughters, their friends, our 5-year-olds, our 6-year-olds who get into our stuff are putting these chemicals on their bodies that can actually even cause some gene mutations. So that is why we're committed. You don't need to know what these big words mean, but you need to know we don't do it, and we don't do it for a reason. We're not doing this to have some clever marketing. We're doing it so that you know we care about the inside and the outside of you. It is not just about looking beautiful. Let's take a look at the next word that maybe you're not familiar with. What is a paraben? These are the big bad boys. These are the hormonal and endocrine disruptors. We're talking allergies, autism, reproductive developmental defects, and cancer. You walk into your Neiman Marcus, your Nordstrom's, you pay $500 for a big fancy skincare. You turn it around, and at least 50% of the time, you're going to see parabens. Why? Because they work. Okay, great, it works, but I've got a little cancer. Is that a good trade-off? No. So what have we done? We've put together something that works without any of that. Let's take a look at us and some of our competitors. What's going on? This is one of our competitors. I won't mention the name. Maybe I will. Jeunesse. Okay? Jeunesse decides to use this preservatives, okay? Phoenix-diethanol. Why do they use it? Well, they use it because it works. And now I'm going to actually read right out of the Journal of Industrial Hygiene and Toxicology. Doesn't that sound like it's fun to read? It may affect, they've shown it affects the brain, the nervous system of animals at small doses. The Journal of American College of Toxicology reported that this preservative actually acts as an endocrine disruptor. In the early 80s, we knew that this preservative can cause DNA mutations. Now, hey, only in animals, but not tested that way on humans. I'm not willing to do that. Also know this synthetic preservative has been found to depress the central nervous system, may cause vomiting and diarrhea, and as well reproductive problems. So hey, you won't be able to have a baby, but you'll look great on the toilet. So, this is right off the label. What do we use? We use a fermented radish root. Everything we use has a purpose. This is our preservative. It naturally preserves the product, but actually it moisturizes as well. And when I found this preservative with our chemist, it was like Christmas. Nothing makes me happier than a natural preservative. I know it's totally weird, that and vacuuming. But those two things work really well for me, natural preservatives. And this one worked and passed all micros. Let's take a look at us and some of our other competitors. What's going on in the industry? Products that we see on a regular basis. The next one that's going to be popping up any minute is actually PEG 100. PEG 100 is what's called an emollient. What is that? That is what goes into a product, PEGs, as a moisturizer. But this is a synthetic ingredient, and which one of our competitors have it? I mean, maybe I shouldn't mention them, but Miriam. And so what they use is this PEG 100, so do so many other products on the market today. Why should we care about it? Well, the EWG, which is the Environmental Working Group, if you've ever gone to their website, they're fabulous. You can type in ingredients in their Skin So Deep database, and it'll tell you a rating. Is it moderately or high on a danger scale? Of course, this comes up as moderate to high hazard. Ties to cancer, developmental toxicity, irritation, and organ system toxicity right off of the EWG. This is not me making this up. So of course we wouldn't use PEGs. Look at your products. You will see PEGs in them. If you have young children or young daughters with PEGs, rip those products out of their hands and discard them. We use shea butter as a moisturizer instead. Doesn't that just sound better? Hi, would you like a little PEG 100 stearate or a little shea butter? Right? We win all the way. Let's take a look at us and our competitors again. How about this? And some people think, no problem. This is just an artificial color. Right? When you look at our competitors and their use of artificial colors, I always ask, why? Why do they put these chemicals in their products? Do you know that to make one artificial color, it takes about 25 different synthetic chemicals to make one? And our competitors, and you know that those artificial colors are coal tar based and often are laced with heavy metals, which we all know have nervous system neurological issues. But our competitors, without naming them, Jeunesse, use them. And why do they use them? I'll tell you what, it would be a lot less expensive for me to use FD&C Red. Much less expensive. But would we?
Nope.
So we use curcumin. What sounds better? FD&C Red or curcumin? Curcumin. That's right. Let's take a look at one more of us and our competitors. These are fun slides. They're my favorites. Because they're real. I mean, come on, you look at someone's label, you can see. The next word you have to pay attention out there in the world is synthetic fragrances. They aren't listed that way. They're listed as parfum. The word parfum. That is often a word that encompasses dozens and dozens of synthetic fragrances. Some of our competitors, not to mention like Nu Skin or USANA, maybe put that on their labels. So parfum, why should you care about that? We use ingredients like lavender and jasmine for a smell. Because smells go in, if you smell them, those molecules go in through your body, through your neurological system, into your lungs, and into your blood. They make a big difference. Please, what I'd like you to do, go ahead Cam on the next one please, is with me, all of you, on the count of 3, take a big deep breath. Go ahead, Cam, run that for me. It's always awkward. Why did I show you that? That's how much time it takes when you breathe in a synthetic perfume for it to go into your lungs, into your bloodstream, and traces to be found in your liver and your kidney. So smell away. People use Glade plugins like there's no tomorrow, even though your animal will die if it eats it. You know, so be careful, people. Know that things like synthetic fragrances or the word perfume is not healthy for you. This is your never ever list. Guess what? We have a PDF. Your never ever list is going to be in your back office with explanations of our commitment to you. We use real ingredients derived from nature, because guess what? Nobody does it better than nature. When you look out into the world and what has been placed on our planet for us to enjoy, we have the best at our fingertips. This is the difference between us and so many of our competitors. Cam, if you can go to the next slide for me. The difference is that our ingredients cost more because it's a lot less expensive to make a chemical in a lab than it is to go out and extract it from a special flower or extract it from a botanical, because that is a very complicated process. But everything we do comes from nature. And when you look at the next slide that's coming up any moment, you will see ingredients like, let me prep you for it. Luckily I know what's on there, like aloe and eggplant and apple and vitamin C and sunflower and lavender and vanilla. And these are just a few of the long list of botanicals and extracts that are used in our products. And I'm going to touch on 3. Cam, if you can go to the next. Touch on 3 specifically. And I want you to know something about our products. When we pick an active means it has a very specific function in the product of Jouve. When we picked an active, we put it in there at a clinical dose. What does a clinical dose mean? That means the literature that has come back on our vitamin C shows that at this many milligrams and this amount of time, it has this effect on the skin. Some companies will highlight ingredients with a fairy dust into a product because they want to speak great about them, but they are not in the product at a clinical dose. Our vitamin C is a really phenomenal vitamin C. It's a very powerful antioxidant. It helps with damage from the sun. It brightens the skin and clarifies. And we are seeing results. Just come up and look at my 2 hands. This is my old lady hand, and this is my new hand. Okay, this is 4 weeks. This is my driving hand. It was my much worse hand, and I've been putting on the product on this hand for the last 4 weeks every day, as long as I don't forget. And it has made a huge difference just on the look of the backside of my hand. Let me show you one more active ingredient we're really excited about: Swiss snow algae. I am telling you, somebody goes up into the mountains of Swiss in Switzerland, right? And what do? They grab this algae that grows at 10 to 12,000 feet. They call it watermelon snow. It sounds fabulous, right? And actually, if you walk around the watermelon snow, your feet get all red. And it's a very specific algae that has developed a tolerance to live in these high altitudes in this extreme cold. Well, what's interesting about this algae is what it does. What it does for the redness of age spots, how it rejuvenates the skin at a cellular level. We're looking to nature for ingredients we put in at a clinical dose that have a real effect on your skin. Let's show you one of our next ingredients I'm going to highlight today. And that is our Japanese coral grass. The grass is beautiful. I call this our red blend. It alleviates rough, dry skin, helps retain moisture, and reduces redness. And the product has outperformed our own expectations in the clinical studies. It did better. We're going to show you a slide after the break of the clinical study we've already run. But just let me tell you, it did way better than we even expected. And we know why. We're using powerful, real ingredients that are clinically proven. And we're very excited about that. So go ahead and move to the next slide, please. Our products are also multifunctional. Now this is a theme we carry through all of our brands, right? Our Magna-Cal D is a standalone vitamin D plus your calcium and magnesium. Your Venali is anti-inflammatory and great for the skin. I mean, when you look at our products, they are multifunctional, so you get a lot for your money. Our brightener, whitener, dark spot corrector is a replacement to all types of products that are sitting on your bathroom sink. It works as an amazing moisturizer. It is phenomenal for the chest and the face and the hands. Not only is it great in helping with brightness and age spots, but it can be a day cream and a night cream. It is that luxurious, and we have many people who are going to share with you their experiences with that today. It is a phenomenal multi-functioning product that is priced less than our competitors on the retail shelf. Doesn't this look beautiful? And don't you want to use it? lady hand, okay, too, sometime today. So I am gonna, next I'm going to introduce one of our first testimonials, someone that really needs no introduction, as she serves on our scientific advisory board and has been using some of the products. So Dr. Ginger, as those of you know, is a holistic physician who is very passionate about the skin as well, who is an author, been seen on numerous TV, including Dr. Oz, who is a beauty inside and out. So please welcome Dr. Ginger.
Well, I'm excited to be here, and I'm so excited about this line, aren't you? Yes. Well, so let me tell you a little story. I went to visit a friend, and I spent the night at her house. And when I walked in the house, I smelled these smells. And I knew right away it was those plugins. So while she was doing some things in the kitchen, I went and I unplugged them all and threw them away. And then she brought out, she's like, you've got to try this new thing that someone sent me. I have a little sample. I want you to try this. It's like this new skincare thing. And I know you're into health and skin, and I think you'll really like it. And she handed me this little sample, and I flipped it over, and it was one of our competitors, Jouve, one of our competitors. And I flipped it over, and I looked at the ingredients, and it was red dye number 40, yellow dye number 5, and phenyloxyethanol. And I said, holy cow. I said, do not put this on your skin. She's like, what are you talking about? So I had to explain all about ingredients, from the ingredients that you smell, and we just got a lesson in how in 30 seconds, the aromas that you smell, whether they're good or bad, are in your bloodstream, and they're affecting every system in your body. That's why I love our Prime line, because you can use it as aromatherapy in the room, and you're actually getting a therapeutic benefit. But it also goes for the things that you're putting on your skin. And so these toxic ingredients that these companies are using, and they're getting amazing instant results. And so they're selling, or they were selling up until today, right? That's right. So it's really awesome that we've put this together. And I don't want to say we're a little late in the game. I think we've analyzed what's out there. We have all our T's crossed and our I's dotted, and the ingredients that we have chosen to use, and you're going to learn more and more about these ingredients, and in future trainings, get really in depth with them. You're going to be really proud of what they put together. Really proud. So the tightening cream, I got a chance to use these for about a month, but I can't wait to get more because I need more. But let me just review the two products and my viewpoint on them. Now you all know I'm an ingredient freak, right? Okay, so of course the reason I got involved with RX in the first place is because of their no compromise attitude when it comes to ingredients. And that doesn't stop here. That does not stop here. You saw that list of things that we will not put in our products. But when you see the things that we are putting in our products, you're going to be blown away. So the instant product that we're all talking about, it's the Instant Tightener and Restoring Serum. So within 90 seconds of applying it, and you're going to all learn how to apply it properly today, within 90 seconds, you're going to see changes. And I know you've seen some pictures going on social media, and you're going to see a whole lot more here, and you're going to get to take your own pictures too at the end of the day. But within 90 seconds of applying it, you see changes. Little things and even big wrinkles start to go away. But the neat thing to remember about that is you get that instant effect, but because of the ingredients that we've incorporated with it, first of all, they're not toxic, and the preservative certainly is not toxic, fermented radish root. But behind the scenes, so every day you're applying it, you're getting that instant effect, but behind the scenes every day, you're getting a long-term effect because the ingredients are at work for you, and you're enjoying the instant effect, but behind the scenes, they're at work for you, making that instant effect more and more and more permanent. Do we not love that? Yes. So that's what you're going to see with this product. And I encourage you, if you're not an ingredient freak like Deanna and I and some of the other people in the room are, I encourage you to learn a little bit about this because you'll be able to differentiate our product from other products instantly and identify those bad ingredients, but also talk about why we've chosen the ingredients that we have. Because we're safe, therapeutic, effective, you'll see that instantly, effective long-term too though, and multifunctional. And a lot of our ingredients have a couple of reasons why we chose them. The color, using curcumin instead of dyes. I mean, that's brilliant, right? And that's what this company is all about. No compromise with ingredients from every one of our product lines. Okay, so let's move on to the other product that is more of a clarifier, a brightener. Some people are saying whitener, but that's not really the right word. It's more of a brightener. It helps with age spots, but it also has amazing ingredients that nourish the skin. So when I got my little sample, I used it for 2 weeks and I put it on my skin, and my husband actually said to me, you know what? I don't know what it is, but I can totally tell a difference. So at our weekly meetings that we had, I would actually wear no makeup and just mascara. And just to let our people know, I'm using that product and I'm not wearing any makeup. And it really gives you that glow. And it really starts to even out your skin tone. And so you apply that every day, and again, it's amazing ingredients, and long term, you're gonna see more and more and more. We're gonna see that with our clinical studies as well. And you're gonna be blown away by the results of the clinical studies. But I have used the products, and I approve, they're Dr. Ginger approved, the no compromise attitude with the ingredients you're gonna love. And so I just encourage you to try it and really learn about these ingredients, because that's gonna be a huge selling point, aside from the obvious, the instant effect. Thank you.